This tutorial shows you how to convert the output from Mr. Bay's phylogenetic software, which is in Nexus format, into the Newick format for making phylogenetic trees. This is usually quite frustrating because programs like FigTree won't convert the node support data. This is the only tutorial I am aware of that shows you how to do it right, so you won't lose that critical node support data. This tutorial assumes you are using Ubuntu Linux version 20.04 as your operating system. If you do not have Linux, you can emulate it on your Windows or Mac computer for free. See the show notes for details. In fact, I am emulating Linux right now on my Mac computer using VirtualBox. I have a VirtualBox virtual machine pre-configured with the software I will show you today, as well as other population genetics and ecological niche modeling software. See the show notes below for step-by-step instructions to download and hook up this virtual machine within your Windows or Mac computer. This tutorial requires that Oracle Java be your default version of Java, not OpenJava. If you get an error, it's likely because OpenJava is being used instead. See the show notes for instructions on installing the right Java and making it the default. Or you can just use the pre-configured virtual machine I described earlier. First step is to open a browser window and navigate to my website, joshbanta.com. Next, click on the tab for tutorials. Scroll down within the section entitled Genomics until you come to the bullet point that says how to convert an output file from Mr. Bay's. Click the link that says File Needed for Tutorial. Click the download symbol. Select Direct Download. When finished, you can close your browser window. Next, open File Explorer. Navigate to your Downloads folder. Now go back to File Explorer and right-click or Control-click if you're on a Mac and select New Window. If you're using the pre-configured virtual machine that I provided, you will have a folder called bin within your home directory. If not, you can set up your computer accordingly. Within the bin folder, navigate to the tree graph folder. Take the file that we downloaded and drag it into the tree graph folder. Or you can keep this file in another location if you prefer. Now we're going to open up Terminal. You can always open up Terminal by clicking Show Applications at the bottom and doing a search for the terminal software. I have a shortcut to it on my desktop. We need to navigate to the folder containing the tree graph software. To do this, within the terminal window, type CD and space. Then come back to File Explorer. Navigate back to Home, back to the bin directory. Take the folder called Tree Graph and drag it into the terminal window. Press Enter. To run Tree Graph, we type Java space -jar and then the name of the program. Next, we're going to open the file that we need to convert. File, Open. If we weren't in the right directory, you would need to navigate to it. But since we are already in the tree graph directory and we put the file in that directory, it is available. Select the file and click OK. Click Close. Now to export it. Click on File. Click Export to Tree Format. Under the filter, use the drop-down menu to select Newick file. Notice I have not changed any of the names of anything. I haven't changed the name here. Under Internal Node Names, click the drop-down menu and choose the internal node names that you want to export. There are lots of choices available from the Mr. Bayes output. I choose to use the posterior probabilities expressed as percentages, but you could also choose, for example, the posterior probabilities plus or minus the standard deviation, or something else. Next, click Export. To see how the export worked, we're going to go back to our File Explorer. The new file is the one that has the longer name. Here was our original file. Here is the new one that's been made that is now in Newick tree format. Yours may be different, but the crucial part is that the name will be longer than the original file name. Another way you can check which is the right one is to click the Modified tab at the top to have your items sorted by which one was made most recently. And this file was made most recently. We can also double-click on it to open it in a text editor to verify that it's the right file. As messy as this looks, this is what we want to see. This means that it's now currently in the Newick tree format and is available to be used to make phylogenetic trees.